lemon pepper chicken wings. So the first thing we're going to do is take our chicken wings and put them in a bowl. Then I'm going to drizzle some olive oil over the chicken wings, and then I'm going to season it with my lemon pepper seasoning. And then give it all a good mix. And that's pretty much it. Now you can let your wings sit like this for about 15 to 20 minutes to kind of soak in all that seasoning, and then it's ready to fry them. Now we're going to be deep frying today's wings instead of oven baking them, which is what I normally like to do. And don't worry that there's no coating or anything on the wings, because we don't need anything. The chicken skin is going to crisp up, and that is going to be the crispiness of the wings. Anyway, put those wings in. They'll take about 5 minutes to cook, and they will go nice and golden brown. And once they are ready, well, just fish them out with a slotted spoon of some kind and drain them on a paper towel. And then continue to fry your wings in batches of 3 or 4. Don't overcrowd the pan. Don't have the temperature up too high, and just cook it till it's nice and golden brown and cooked on the inside. Now that the chicken wings are cooked, we're going to move on to the cheesy dip. And I'm taking about 50 grams of mixed cheese. You can use any cheese that you like. To that, I'm going to add about 50 ml of heavy whipping cream and a little less than a tablespoon of water. I'm also going to add some freshly minced garlic. I'm going to season it with a little bit of salt and some black pepper. And then I'm going to pop it into the microwave for about 30 seconds. Once that's done, take it out and give it all a good mix. The cheese will start to melt and everything will become one cheesy sauce. If that doesn't happen, just pop it in the microwave for another 30 seconds. And when that comes out, just whisk it all together with a spoon or a whisk, your choice, and your lovely cheese sauce will start to take shape. And then I'm going to take the green part of the spring onion, chop it up and add it into my cheesy dip to give it some freshness. And that's pretty much it. The cheesy dip is ready, our wings are ready, and we're going to serve them together, and it's going to be delicious. Oh yeah, look at those delicious lemon pepper chicken wings. Malai chicken wing. Oh yes, my friends, this is a cheesy, creamy and slightly spiced chicken wing. So the first thing I'm going to do is take about 30 grams of processed Indian cheese and put it in a bowl. Now you can use any cheese that you like. You can use cheddar, you can use Monterey Jack, in case you cannot find this processed Indian cheese. And then you just want to kind of mash it up a little bit. You want to almost make like a cheesy paste out of it. Once you've done that, you're going to add in about 50 grams of heavy whipping cream. And you want to give it a little bit of a mix. You want to mash that cream and that cheese together to make like a creamy cheesy paste. Then into this I'm adding some ginger garlic paste, some salt for taste, some black pepper powder, some cardamom powder, some coriander. And then once again give it all a good mix. And this is our basic marinade for the chicken. Now I added a little more cream because I thought the marinade might be a little less than I require, and the cream would help loosen it up a little bit as well. Anyway, give that all a good mix, and then it's time to add in the chicken wings. And yep, then you got to give it all another good mix so that the wings are coated in all that marinade. Give it a really good mix, guys. Give it a mix like you mean it. You want every piece of chicken coated in that marinade. And then of course you're going to let this marinate for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe 4 hours, maybe even overnight if that's possible for you. Anyway, let it marinate. Once the chicken is done marinating, I'm going to put it on a wire rack on a baking tray, because we are going to bake these chicken wings in the oven. Now make sure you don't waste any of that marinade, so scoop it all up and put it on the chicken wings. So these are going to go into a preheated oven at 225 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes till they are cooked fully. And after about 25 minutes, they are done and they look so good. Look at that lovely brown crust on the wings. Oh yeah! Anyway, serve them with some chutney or whatever dip you like, and our Malai chicken wings are ready. Peanut butter chicken wings. Oh yeah! So the first thing we're going to do is make the marinade for the chicken wings, and we're going to start out with some all natural peanut butter. Something made with just peanuts and nothing else. Then in goes some coconut cream. You can also use coconut milk, no problem. Now I'm going to add in some salt, some black pepper, some ginger and garlic powder, some allspice powder, some sriracha sauce for heat. You can also use cayenne pepper, or you can add more sriracha sauce if you want it spicier. A teaspoon of vinegar, about 10 ml of soya sauce, a little bit of fish sauce as well. And then you want to give it all a good mix. And our marinade is ready, and now we're going to add our chicken wings into this and give it one more good mix. And then of course you want to let this marinate for as long as you possibly can. Remember, the longer the better. Once that's done, set it aside and let it marinate. Now I marinated my chicken for 2 hours, and now I'm going to put it on a wire rack in my baking tray. And then this will go into an oven at 220 degrees Celsius for about 20 to 25 minutes till the chicken wings are perfectly cooked. And then the chicken wings are done, and they look delicious. This is going to be a tough competition, though I have no idea what my competition actually looks like. But hey, I've given it my best shot. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Saagwala chicken deconstructed and turned into wings. So the first thing we're going to do is make the marinade for our chicken wings, and I'm starting with about 60 grams of full fat Greek yogurt. To that I'm going to add a tablespoon of olive oil. You can also add coconut oil or ghee, no problem. Then I'm going to season that with some salt. I'm going to add some red chili powder, the Kashmiri kind, some turmeric powder, some coriander powder, some garam masala powder, some cumin powder, and the juice of half a lime. And then give that all a good whisk. And if you can't find full fat Greek yogurt, you could also use just regular unsweetened yogurt, no problem. Once that's done, we're going to add in our chicken wings to the marinade and give it all a good mix. And then we're going to leave these to marinate while we make the delicious cheesy dip to go along with this. But of course, if you can marinate it overnight, the flavor will be more intense. Anyway, once that's done, we'll set it aside to marinate. Now to make our awesome Saagwala sauce, we're going to get a pan on the stove and we're going to heat up a whole tablespoon of butter. Now you can use ghee as well, that will give it a more authentic flavor, but since I don't have any ghee at home, I'm using butter. Anyway, once that butter has melted, we're going to add in about 50 grams of red onion, just roughly sliced, and just give it all a good mix and fry those onions. You want to fry them and get them nice and sort of goldenish brown. Anyway, the butter is going to turn slightly brown and you get those onions nice and caramelized. Remember, the longer you cook it, the more flavor you develop. Anyway, once the onions start to get a wee bit of color, I'm going to add in some cumin seeds. I'm also going to add in some chopped ginger and some chopped garlic, and then give it all a good mix. And we want to cook this now till the garlic starts to get some color, or basically turn golden brown. Say it with me, friends, golden brown. Anyway, once the garlic is nice and golden brown, we're going to add in our spinach. I'm adding in about 150 grams of spinach, and then I'm just going to cover it with the lid and let it wilt down. After about 2 to 3 minutes of cooking, you can see the spinach has wilted. I'm going to give everything a good mix, and I'm also going to add a little bit of water because that will help me sort of clean the pan out because the sauce is yet to be made. Anyway, once the spinach has wilted, turn off the stove, then pour all the contents from the frying pan into your blender, and then just blend it, my friends. Now, since there's not a lot of liquid, you might need to add some liquid and just add it in because you want a nice smooth paste. Once it's been blended, we're going to pour it out on a nice hot pan, the same pan probably, and then we're going to rinse out the contents of the blender. Remember, you don't want to waste anything. Anyway, pour that out, give it all a good stir, and now what we're going to do is let this cook down till it becomes a nice thick puree. So cover it with a lid and let it cook. But of course, don't leave it unattended. Every 2 minutes just open the lid up and give everything a good mix. Make sure nothing is sticking. After about 5 minutes of cooking, it's going to be nice and thick like a puree. So just turn off the stove and let this cool down now. Now in a mixing bowl, I'm going to take 150 grams of cream cheese at room temperature, and I'm going to season it with some salt. And then I'm going to give it all a good whisk to make it nice and smooth. And the reason I season the cream cheese is because I haven't seasoned the spinach and I don't want this to be under seasoned. Anyway, once the spinach has cooled, I'm going to pour it into the cream cheese mixture, give it a good whisk, and then probably switch over to the spatula. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, don't forget to taste it for seasoning and add more salt if you need to, but mine was perfectly alright. And that's pretty much it. Our delicious Saagwala sauce is ready, the dipping sauce. Anyway, now it's time to cook those wings up, and we're going to put it on a wire rack in a baking tray because that's just how I roll. And make sure you get all the wings in. I'm using about a whole kilo of chicken wings. And of course, if there's any marinade left in the bowl, spoon it over the chicken wings. And then put them in a really hot oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. Of course, after 30 minutes, I'm going to turn the heat up in the oven and let it cook for another 2 to 3 minutes so it gets nice and brown. Anyway, after about 35 minutes of cooking, our wings are ready and they look absolutely delicious. But I'm not done just yet. Since you all know I love fire, I'm going to just give those wings a quick char on the stove using my papad jali. I'll leave a link for this in the video description box below or on the blog post, which you can find on headbangerskitchen.com. Make sure you go to headbangerskitchen.com. Anyway, once you've given the wings a bit of a char, they're going to have an amazing smoky flavor. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Our chicken wings with that delicious Saagwala dip, or rather our Saag chicken wings, are ready. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, time to taste. Hey folks, if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button and do subscribe to Headbangers Kitchen for more awesome keto recipes. And of course, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get a notification when I upload a new video. Anyway, till the next episode, cheers and keep cooking. Hey folks, if you like Headbangers Kitchen and you want to support the channel, you can grab some Headbangers Kitchen merchandise. Links are in the video description box just below this video. Or you can just watch more Headbangers Kitchen videos. Click here and watch some more of my videos.